Hey everyone, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. My name is Marlene and I am with A Room to Bloom. So today happens to be Father's Day in the United States. The second that I said that, I had a big bumblebee fly up. So I'm going to just kind of make a note of that. Also, when I was pulling into where I arrived, or where I am, there was a woodpecker that flew down from wherever it was and landed in a puddle. And the thing about this woodpecker that I noticed is that, it did not have a red head, but it had like a it had like different markings, but I could tell that it was a woodpecker, and the color of it was like black and tan. Um, so there's something about coming in for a landing, okay? Um, Coming in for a landing. And the bees represent working together, right? Working together as a team. Something about coming in for a landing. And then this woodpecker was getting a drink of water. So just kind of mentioning that because there might be something that you're being encouraged to do, and that is to slow down, to to just slow down, and then also drinking more water can detoxify your body as well as help you connect with spirit on your own. And so I figured that what we'll do today is we're going to tap into a deck here called Celestial Insights. And this is, let's see, sorry, I'm not sure. It says Empath Soul. So let's see what comes up to start out this reading that would be helpful for fathers today, wherever you're at on your journey. I think that as men in general, so many men as well as women, right, at various times in the journey carry heavy loads, if you will, heavy. Maybe they don't look at them as burdens, but sometimes can maybe take on a heavy load for some time, right? And so I just want to mention that giving yourself grace, that can be that idea of coming in for a landing. It is okay to allow yourself to be, which was the be here, right? Allow yourself to be versus always feeling like you have to do. And that is true. You will feel, as long as you allow it, if you will, people will continue to put demands on you. But when you learn how to establish boundaries with kindness, with authenticity, right? I just need some space and time here. It doesn't always have to be announced. In fact, sometimes when you announce it, then you have more interruptions. So it's about being aware of that, being cognizant of that. So let's see what comes up here in the energy that might be helpful for you to consider wherever you're at. Okay, the first one we have is allure, cherish. Cherish the beauty that attracts you. Have you been too busy to appreciate the good things around you? Take time to enjoy and value the moments the moments and people that bring you joy. So that's exactly that idea of coming in for a landing. Are we moving so fast that we're really just missing it, right? Have you ever taken a drive and you just drove there, right? And it's almost like you don't even remember the drive. And sometimes these drives are drives that we take over and over again. That's why taking a new route, seeing new things, tuning into what is going on in your present moment, right? Okay, the next one is Cupid Deep Challenge. Here's the image. Cupid Deep Challenge. Challenges in love are testing you. Are you facing difficulties in a relationship? Don't shy away. Facing these challenges head on will strengthen your bond. Instead of running from them or situations or problems, again, that goes right back to coming in for a landing. We have 444 on the timer. So 444 is a number about protection, right? So sometimes we feel like we can't slow down because of our responsibilities. You know, It can be men or women, whatever it is, who sometimes feel like they are not given the time that they need to process what they're going through. But you can claim the time. It's like, I can't, I think the movie was called Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, where they, when land was given away, they went and, if you will, staked their claim of land, and they went through quite a process to do this. This is the same with our boundaries. Sometimes we just have to set up our boundaries and say, this is it. I hold my space here, and in this space, this sacred space, I rest, I rejuvenate, I clear what is no longer serving me mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually speaking. I release that, what is not helping me on my journey. Maybe I journal, maybe I tap into artistic endeavors, maybe I step out in nature, right? But it is making that space to do that and owning it, if you will, that it's like, I'm worthy of taking this space. It is interesting because, like, on Father's Day, the idea is to be together, but this is still speaking on it, saying you can love others and still honor yourself, right? Honor yourself. And it's one of the gifts that you can give yourself that no one else will necessarily always give you. Sure, there might be people who respect that when you make the space. Or you might start to recognize there have been people in your life that have said, why don't you just go take some time and do something that brings you joy? Do something to take your mind off of something. Do something to rest and relax and recharge, right? And so all of a sudden, when we reflect back on who those people were, and we realize that they weren't always taking from us, that they were helping us to see what we maybe were craving or needed, it's really a blessing. Okay, the next one that we have is trust, observe. Your intuition is quietly guiding you, but sometimes you need to pay more attention, again, to those small changes around you. Reflect on recent moments of confusion. By observing the little details, you'll sharpen your intuition over time. Here's yet another one. Slow down and just be. Be present. And in the presence, we observe what is going on around us. We observe conversations that maybe someone's not having a conversation with us. It's not that we're over listening, but we happen to hear. And in those conversations that we happen to hear, there may be a message for us. And it could just be somebody riding by on a bicycle that's having a conversation, and you pick up a sentence, and that sentence was a message that was really profound for you, that you were seeking information on. Okay, what else do we have? We have patience. Patience is the key to achieving your goals. Have you been feeling restless? Trust in the process and wait for things to unfold. Great outcomes take time. Yet again, come in for a landing and simply be, which means we don't have to push. We don't have to demand an answer. We can allow for flow. Like if you're in a canoe, you can get in the canoe and just simply move with the water, right? Instead of always paddling, this is saying, let's be patient, right? And see what happens in our experience, okay? We're going to take one more here. We have the barrier maze. Confusion may feel overwhelming, but remember that every maze has an exit. You might be struggling with difficult problems, but shifting your perspective could reveal the solution, right? So shifting your perspective can be like a rising above, knowing that there is some type of a way that you haven't maybe seen your way out of. Think about labyrinths or corn mazes, different things like that, right? And so it's like a Rubik's Cube too, right? You know that If you sit with something for a while, the answer will come in. But we have to sit quietly. You have to sit patiently, right? And in that quietness, in that stillness, in that beingness, answers come, right? Answers come that we are seeking. Okay, the next one that I'd like to go to is a deck here called Archangel Oracle Cards by Diana Cooper. Let's see what comes up here to help you on your journey. Okay, what message do you have for the collective here? We have Archangel Metatron. Increase your light levels. Open your stellar gateway chakra. So what does this mean? It means getting outside in nature, actually getting into the sun, opening up your windows, opening up the blinds in your home, letting the light into your life. Again, increase your light levels. This can be with movement, with dancing, with singing, humming, right? Because we start to raise our vibration. In fact, that's actually interesting because here I sit and I was thinking it's a little bit dark and I didn't have that open, right? So it's just that idea. Again, we're going to go ahead and keep moving. His robe has orange and yellow in it. This is like tap into your joy. That will make you feel lighter versus heavy. What brings you joy? The next one is Archangel Raquel. Enter higher planetary service. Be a blazing light. So again, that will help light you up as well as the planet and those around you. So what can you do for the planet? Can you shop certain ways that help benefit the planet, right? And or all the beings, animals and beings here on the planet, right? The next one is cherubim. Look to the stars, accept keys and codes of stellar wisdom. Okay. What I think I'm going to do on this one, whoops, there are 4 cherubim in here too. So I'm just like, it's Father's Day, right? This looks like this angel is holding 3, but there's still a little one here down here, right? I really want to read this one for you under the cherubim. Look to the stars, you know, spending time stargazing, being in the sun, right? Okay, cherubim are 11th dimensional galactic angels. These huge beings work in the universe, holding the energy of pure, transcendent love between and around the planet, stars, and the galaxies. For example, the Pleiades download source healing, and the cherubim are helping to intensify the level of healing that is coming through. They also bring the messages contained in the harmonic frequencies of the seraphim down to a level that can be passed on through the angelic realms. Cherubim operate beyond our visual and auditory range, but during the Renaissance, they broke off tiny energetic fragments into their light and sent them out to help humanity. These were seen by psychics as pure, innocent, joyful babies. They are called cherubims, and they spread the Christ light through being depicted in art. The guidance here is that you are blessed to receive the cherubim card, for it indicates that you are being lit by beautiful angelic energy. You are being asked to bring this through you and pass it on to others to switch their lights on too, right? So to be a holder of the light. Whether you understand it or not, you are a universal being connected to the stars. Tune into their wisdom by looking at them and thinking about them, and accept the keys and codes of universal light that are being downloaded into you. This will enable you to become an intergalactic master when the time is right. Indeed, you may already be one. Know that pure, innocent, loving cherubims are inspiring and uplifting you. Feel their joy and let it enhance your life. Okay? We're going to go ahead and take just one more from this deck and see what else comes through. Then we're going to step into some divine directions. We have Archangel Uriel. Come into harmony and balance. Use your power for peace, right? So whatever power you have been given, whether that is in the earthly realm or in the spiritual realm, using that power for peace, being someone who holds the peace, like that anchor in the storm when there's a chaos going on. Maybe others recognize that you continue to hold your peace, and continuing to do that helps to bring not only harmony for yourself and others, it brings it for others, is what I meant to say. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to a deck here called Divine Directions. These are by Jade Sky. Just let's see what messages want to come forth to help you today on your journey. What do you have for the collective? Okay, we have focus. You are in need of clear direction. Decide what you want in life. Again, coming in for that landing, setting boundaries. Maybe you've been so busy, you've just recognized that it has been hard to focus, right? And if you have little ones, if you are a father and you are being pulled in a multitude of directions, it's okay to have a conversation with your kids to say, you know, I want to be the highest and best version of myself. And in order to do that, I need to have time to clear and release what is no longer serving us. And you can encourage your kids to do the same, right? Clearing, exactly. Remove energy blockages by clearing out unwanted emotional or material clutter. So it's the same thing. You can be that inspiration for your children to help them. When you clear, you find focus, right? Animals are important to you. Animals heal, comfort, and relax you. So that could be one of the ways that helps you to clear any energy, stored up energy that isn't helping. And that's also a way to be with your kids too, right? To help them understand how animals help calm and relax. Okay, the next one is move. Get up and get activity. Try gentle exercise such as yoga, Tai Chi, or Pilates, right? So whatever you can do to move. Again, the idea of opening up the windows, getting the light, saying I'm going to go on a 10, 15, 20-minute walk, whatever that is, up to a half hour or longer. Just getting things moving will start to shift your energy. The next one we have is meditate. Again, this is going to help you find focus. Reconnect with your inner spirit. Walk, practice yoga, meditate, or listen to music. So all of these are sort of repetitive messages coming through, which is simply clarification, right? Goals. It is time for you to take your goals off of the back burner and go after them. So this does say, have you been kind of just doing, and possibly for someone else, for something else, but what are your goals, your dreams, your ambitions? And so this says, can I just reevaluate them when I set these boundaries up? What are they? Have I stepped so far away from them that I never look at them? Or am I taking active steps towards my goals, right? An action step a day, whatever that is. If that's takes time. Or how many steps can I take in a day towards my goals without wearing myself out, right? Taking the step and let the universe respond in the way the universe is going to respond, and trusting that through the acts of what? Patience, right? Okay. So let's see. I'm going to tap into a deck here called Just for Today. Until Today, it's called. I'm going to take just one card at least, and let's see what comes up here. What would you like to show us for the collective? Okay. All aspects of who I am are important. Until today, you may have believed that having a dark side makes you unworthy to seek and to receive the light. Just for today, remember that stars only shine in the darkness. Transform the energy of your dark side to enhance your star quality. Very interesting, right? Again, all aspects of who I am are important. We cannot see the stars twinkling if we do not have darkness. So we have to acknowledge that we have both sides. Okay, this one wants to hop out. It says, love is who I am and what I do. Until today, you may have been trying to figure out what love is and how to find it in your life. Just for today, be aware of and accept yourself as the expression and example of the love that you are seeking. So saying, I am love. And when I am love, you attract love, right? Instead of living in the energy of I want, it is I am. So I exude that energy from my beingness, right? And you simply are embodying it. And what you embody, you already are, and you attract more of it, right? Okay, and as long as we have a couple minutes here, I'm going to take one more. I forgive myself for holding on to the need to be right. Until today, you may not have been aware of that you still need external validation to feel good about yourself. Just for today, surrender what you believe is wrong with you, and you'll never again feel the need to be right. Just accepting yourself, where you are, who you are, for, wherever you are on your journey, whatever you've been through, and love yourself unconditionally, right? We are all here as spirits having a human experience. We are here to evolve our soul, understanding we've all had a variety of lessons along the way. So that's the message for today. I want to say thanks for joining me. I wish you a very happy Father's Day. Take care.